Alright, let's take a look at our opposition here. This is a defeat commanders map, so I believe that means we have to take out the Death Knight and Hubert. Death Knight's on the stronghold, but the evasion doesn't matter for magic purposes. His stats seem very similar to the last time we fought him, so we should still be able to get him down with Lysithea. I might need to reclass her into a Warlock for a little bit of extra damage if I can't get her HP down to get Defiant Magic this time though. We also have Hubert, which was 75 attack power. Only 26 speed though. He also has a couple of bolting tomes. And I think that means I'm going to want to close in on him from outside of his range in a single turn using like some kind of stride warp flying shenanigans. 50 attack speed Swordmasters. Warlocks have around 30 speed. Fortress Knights have 14 speed. I hope Caspar can still double them. Warriors with around 30 speed. 26 speed for this bishop. Bunch of Physic bishops from the look of things. Mid-20s, low 30s. Same with the sniper. The attack power is in the 50s up through, you know, mid-70s for the strongest units on the map. Demonic Beasts have 39 attack speed, which isn't problematic until they get Darting Blow. And at the Darting Blow point, I think they will double everyone except Petra. Petra can still double them, I think. They have 47 attack, which is quite a lot, but not an unbearable amount. And they do only have 120 accuracy, so I can dodge tank them. And over here we've got a sniper on a ballista, and a grappler on a ballista. Grapplers have 36 attack speed, and as long as I don't trigger Defiant speed, that shouldn't be a problem. 48 attack quadding is definitely not something I want to take though. But this one's rooted, he has no movement, so I don't have to worry about that from him, just this one. These enemies, I should probably check and make sure there are no siege tomes kicking around. There's a fire orb, that's sort of similar. What about this? This one has a bolting tome, alright. Alright, here we go. So I'm going to start with this side because it's going to be a little bit trickier to resolve this situation due to the fact that most of my strong units are on the other side of the map.
I'll do my best.
I'll start off with a stride gambit here from Marianne, so that way I'll be able to do a follow-up maneuver here.
Oh, thanks.
I have Ingrid as an adjutant to open up a slot for Marianne to play a support role here, because Ingrid's attack power is kind of fallen off and she can't really do very good damage. So hopefully I'll get her some experience. But this stride gambit from Marianne will allow us to move Ferdinand up here and take out that sniper. Because I have the Iron Axe and a Speed Ring, I'll actually be able to double him, which is what I need to in order to get the kill here. If I had a Brave Axe, I might also be able to do this, but this is much more affordable and more likely to hit as well. So, hopefully this works.
I will see this war through.
And then I can move Ferdinand right there, and he'll be safe, and that takes out the ballista. So that's one less thing to worry about. We still have a Swordmaster, a Warrior, and an enemy Fortress Knight in range, so I'll start with the Fortress Knight here. I can take him out with Dorothea's Double Thunder.
Time for your last dance.
I could do it in one Thunder if I get the really lucky crit there.
Winning is what matters.
Our battalion maxes out. More magical attack power is definitely going to be useful here. So next up, I'm going to use the new tool that I got. Whoops. Joy-Con drift made me wait there. That's alright. So, if I attack with an iron bow here and use the Encloser combat art, I'll get to demonstrate just how powerful Encloser is. So it only did 9 damage, but it was basically as good as killing that Swordmaster, because he can't move. And that's what Encloser does. It prevents enemies from moving, and that makes it like a spammable gambit. It's probably one of the most powerful defensive gambits in the combat arts in the entire game. It's probably even stronger than Windsweep if you can't get the kill with Windsweep. But you can only do it to one enemy a turn, unless you have like a Dancer. So that means that Dorothea has to worry about being attacked by this warrior. But I gave Felix a leather shield just for this situation. And if I swap with Bernadetta, then this enemy warrior has a small chance of hitting me, and if he hits me, he will leave Felix with exactly 1 HP remaining. So, the situation will be just fine, as long as I don't get crit. On this side of the map, hiding behind the wall is Petra.
I will prevail.
And I can probably just put her here and try to tank these gambits. As long as I don't get hit by more than one of them, she'll be just fine. Before I do that, since my plan here is to pull these units over this way into relative safety over here, because on turn 3 there's going to be 3 falcoknights and a big bird, one of these creatures that spawn right here as an ambush spawn, and I don't want any one of these units to be in range here. Rylith could probably take the hit, but Linhardt, Lysithea, and Caspar would get got. So I'm going to send Byleth with these to support them.
What's my strategy?
And that means that I'm going to use my Retribution Gambit here on Petra, and then run away on the other way with her Canto. And I can actually hit Linhardt and Lysithea here as well with it.
I owe you now.
And then I can fly all the way over here with Byleth, not Bernadetta.
I'm awake.
And then I can also pull Linhardt and Lysithea over this way as well.
Put me in there.
And I think I'll put Caspar right at the edge of range here. So that way I might be able to do a hit and run with him more effectively next turn. Now that Petra has Retribution, she'll be able to counter at any range, which will be helpful when this thing starts attacking from 2 range. And I will leave her with the Rapier equipped, because it's going to give her the highest avoid of all her available options, and it's also effective against all of the enemy types gathered here. I could even put her in this thicket for bonus avoid. And that worked out well.
It all comes down to this.
20% hit rate on this gambit. Should miss, but the more of them that potentially have a chance of hitting, the higher the odds of me getting hit by one of them become.
Next try.
But this won't hit. Either did my counter, unfortunately. Alright, at least I got counterattacks there. That at least burns through physics staves if it doesn't even do any lasting damage. The next wave of reinforcements is at the end of turn 6.
Was there any more I could have done?
Why did that kill Bernadetta? So, I just learned something really fun. By that I mean, it's probably a bug in the game. So, this enemy is a grappler, and this grappler has Fistfaire, and he also has the Empire Brawlers Battalion, which boosts his attack. Now, this onager has 10 might, so you might think, well, this onager has 10 might, he's got 35 strength, so he should have 45 attack, maybe the extra 4 from his battalion as well, so 49 attack. But it turns out that the bonus from Fistfaire also applies to onager damage here, which I don't understand why it does that. I don't know why it is the way it is, but it is, which means that I can't actually put Bernadetta in range of this ballista, or else she will be killed. So that's a bit of obscure mechanical trivia for Fire Emblem Three Houses for you. Alright, so I'm going to have to keep Bernadetta out of enemy range here. That's fine.
All of us.
I can do that.
More fighting.
I can also move Dorothea into range, and she will be able to survive just fine. Could waste a meteor, but I'm not going to. So, I'll just put her here and wait with her.
I'll cut through.
And Felix should also be able to survive. I will put him in range as well. He's also got pretty solid evasion, so looks like he'll go for Dorothea and do 36 damage now. Just to prove this. 36 plus 18 is 56 minus 2. So 54 attack. Is 48 attack. And in order to get to 54 from 48, that would mean he would need to add 6. Silver Gauntlets have 4 might, and the onager is 10 might, so there's your 6 difference. Fistfaire applies to onager damage. QED. Alright, on this side here, it'll be easier to hit and run and attack this warlock than this one because of all the impairments of like the buildings and the thicket slowing his mobility. So I'm going to move Ferdinand here to attempt that. Now this is turn 3, which means that we are going to get a spawn wave of enemy flyers right here this turn, so I definitely want to get these units over this bridge here, so that they'll be safe from that. I will wait with Petra with the rapier equipped here, so she'll be ready to counterattack them. Now, I have a warrior and a fortress knight to deal with here.
I'm awake.
I think Linhardt can take out the fortress knight. But here's something really shameful. Linhardt can't even double this fortress knight. But guaranteed to hit, and that'll do.
Fight, then rest. If only progress didn't require so much work.
Alright, then we have this enemy warrior to deal with.
Put me in there.
I'll try and attack at range with Caspar here. And then follow up with Lysithea for the kill. Alright, that worked. I can't really move anywhere else with Caspar, so I'll leave him right where he is.
Let's make this quick.
And this gets our last unit over the bridge. And we can get the kill with Miasma guaranteed.
No time to slow down.
Alright, that takes care of this.
What's my strategy?
I can't quite reach with Byleth, so I will put Byleth close to the enemy range here in order to do something next turn. And then Marianne doesn't have anyone to heal, so that's the end of the turn. Here come the flyers.
Our first wave of reinforcements is here. It will not be long until the next.
Their reinforcements just keep on coming. We need to secure the artillery. That will make it easier to deal with them.
So the next wave of reinforcements is at the end of turn 6, and it will be 2 falcoknights plus a big bird. Dorothea got hit, but it's not lethal, so that's fine. And the snipers will continue towards us here.
Next try. No use.
Oh, I might crit. Double miss. That's okay. Our hit rates are kind of bad here because we've given the enemy a forest to attack from. That won't hit. Well, it'll hit their own allies, but it won't hit me. That'll miss. Gonna get a counter, although it's probably not going to do that much good. That'll miss. I actually hit with that counterattack, but that also might not do much good. Too many physic healers wandering around for anything less than a crit to work. There we go. That'll do. And there goes a Falco Knight. Ingrid gets a level up.
Hopefully I'll be more useful now.
I mean, I'm not sure that I'll be able to salvage her and make her a really strong unit at this point, but she should be fine as an adjutant at the very least. And the Fortress Knight is next, I think. Nope. Big healers.
I'm grateful.
Now the Fortress Knight. Miss. Counterattack for the kill. Nice.
Not for myself, for everyone.
There's a level up for Petra. strength and speed.
War fuels my body.
Since
and
that's a multiple of 5 strength, that actually reduces the weight penalty from heavier weapons. She can use up to 8 weight, which I think means a silver sword with no penalty now. So I would like to put Dorothea here and take out the Fortress Knight, but I don't think I will get to do that. There's a grappler here that we have to deal with as well. I'll probably use the same trick here that I did previously. Although I have to be careful of the ballista range, where I do a hit and run with Caspar and then end it with Lysithea. Try it. I don't think it's safe to leave him even at 2 range due to the ballista, although he does have our Aurora shield, and he can't be doubled, so that's actually not the case. We need 50 damage, 58, then it gets us up to 61. Hades might be enough. 1 off. Alright, so we do need to do a little bit of chip damage on this enemy before I can get away with that. If I hit with Nosferatu, that'll do. And the reason I had to use Nosferatu there was Linhardt only has white magic range +1, he doesn't have black magic range +1. Guaranteed hit, guaranteed kill.
You must press on.
Now, Violet has 71 avoid, and I can get that up to 101 by waiting. The enemies do have pretty high hit rates, so I don't think I can fly into range and use an alert stance as cover. So I will need to do something about these enemies here. Suppose I could let them get closer and then op them. That'd be the end of turn 5 though. I would run out of time pretty quickly. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I can do 1, 2, 3, 4 to get right back to that position. Want to use the short axe, we want the iron axe, I think.
If I live, I fight. I will not let down my guard.
So I probably want to warp Byleth all the way down here to start dealing with these enemies next turn, if I can't actually close with them. Which means 4 move from Linhardt would put him at 1, 2, 3, 4 there, so if I put Byleth right here this turn, then I'll be ready for next turn. And I should probably pick a slightly lighter weapon for dismounting. Looks like he'll go for Dorothea now. So I should probably pull her out of range. It's kind of unfortunate. But it looks like I don't really have much choice, because I can't heal her back up to full with just Marianne here. But I can put Felix in range here. Be ready to do something with him next turn, maybe running up this way. And I could potentially use a Meteor here. Although, it might be better to save it for something with a clearer benefit.
Back to the fray.
Using a heal here would probably not be a bad play, particularly. He will do 32, physical also do 32. Since I'm here, I might as well use a heal.
Oh, thank you.
They're much more available.
I
Level up for Marianne, but her stats don't really matter. And Petra will just wait there. Do her standard counter procedure. Yep, that missed Gaspar, so that's fine. Looks like it hit Linhart though.
too slow.
Disregard that if we get the crit. Nope.
Not
That one's still alive, but he can't hit us, so that's fine.
no use.
I thought Retribution would be somewhat more impactful, but I guess the enemy just has enough physics to heal right through it. That missed everything.
Too slow.
This will miss. If we get the crit, we get the kill.
My might.
Excellent.
Each battle a victory.
That takes care of all the falcoknights, I think. Nope, there's one more. And the enemy will have to burn a few heals here.
You're a natural.
That's fine, he won't hit.
Watch and learn.
Wasn't 100% sure that was going to be the case there, but it was the most likely outcome. So Petra's fine there. So I need to take out this sniper. So if I put Bernadetta in range, can she survive? 38. As long as it doesn't crit me. Then I could try something like Encloser, or even Deadeye. I would need probably to pull out Agnea's arrow in order to do enough damage. As long as that hits, it's fine. So I also need to take out this grappler if I'm going to attempt that. Should be able to take out this sniper. What does the Brave Axe look like? 65% hit rate, and it won't even get the kill. The Killer Axe might get the kill. It's not very likely. So, Silver Axe Smash. Probably about as reliable as I'll get with Caspar here. Do I even need Caspar, or can I just go for the kill with Lysithea? Looks like I don't need Caspar's help. So I'll just take an attempt for experience.
Hope you're ready.
It worked out.
Who's next? Get in line. And I'll keep getting stronger.
Well, the speed definitely helps. At the very least, it keeps him away from getting doubled by Fortress Knights. So I can definitely warp Myleth here. I can also put Myleth in enemy sniper range safely. I can't get the kill. I could try for the Killer Lance here. I'll go for it, since I don't seem to be able to get it with just the Silver Lance.
It's over.
Worked out.
It won't be in vain.
There's a nice
There's
level up
still
as
room
well.
for improvement.
No strength, but the speed is always welcome. And more stats is always good. Pretty much regardless of what they are. If you get a level up with tons of stats, it's pretty good. So I could heal, I could warp. I guess I go for the heal.
Helpful.
to take out this archer while protecting from this fortress knight with 59 attack. Felix will survive with like 10 HP left, something like that. And he's not likely to be hit if I wait. So our hit rate is poor. He has Vantage, which means there's no real point in trying to avoid taking a counter by last hitting him with Bernadetta to save on healing here, since he's gonna get a chance at me anyway. So I'll need how much damage again? 12. In order to guarantee that I can kill him. And with a crit shot on the silver boat, we can get that. But as long as it doesn't crit me, I'll be fine. Alright, no crit. It was a little bit risky, a little bit sloppy. I'm having to make an awful lot of sloppy, non-guaranteed plays on this mode though, because the enemy speed makes their evasion pretty high, which makes actually hitting them somewhat unreliable. Might be able to pull a gambit with Felix here. 45% hit rate. 25%, so the odds are not favorable. I guess I will just wait with him.
Ready for anything.
I can't get Ferdinand in range here either. So here's another risky and somewhat sloppy play. Hopefully this hits. Lucked out.
Will this ever end?
So that should basically clear out this side.
How sweet!
Next turn I can get the Fortress Knight with Dorothea. And I can move Ferdinand here for some passive healing. Suppose I'll keep the rapier just so I have a chance of killing the Paladin here. I'll wait with Petra.
We have reinforcements coming in from another direction. Deploy them as soon as they arrive.
See, a really nice thing here is they do give you 1 turn heads up before the ambush spawns on turn 6. I appreciate them doing that. So, Armored Blow is the reason I'm not doing any damage here.
Not quite. No use. You are in my way.
Nice.
Witness frigid pride.
So, he's down. This will not hit me. This will also not hit me. I won't get the kill on the counter here. It looks like the damage is sticking. I might get the kill, but the odds are like 17%, something like that. There go the enemy physics saves. Yep, that flame damage is perfectly fine. I only need 1 HP with Petra to survive there. How many physics saves do these enemies have left? But I'm curious to know. 5 on him, so we burned through half of those. None of those. And 6 left on that, so we've been through 4 of those. So falcoknights and a big bird will spawn right down here. And if I pull my units up this way, I might be able to get out of range in time. But I probably want to bait them with Byleth. Probably have Bernadetta waiting in the wings, maybe with Ferdinand. And or Dorothea, because then I can enclose on one and then probably get the kill on the other. First things first, we have to take out this Fortress Knight to advance. And that clears the way. Now I can put Felix up here. I'm not actually going to bait these enemies yet because I don't need another group attacking me while reinforcements are simultaneously coming for me. Might want to leave Bernadetta out here. That's pretty risky.
Thank you.
Because it depends on how I position my bait. We can bring Linhardt and Lysithea down this way. Petra is finally out of retributions, so no more counterattacks on these beasts for all the good it does. I also switch off the rapier. Well, it has a higher hit rate than the iron sword. So, I think I will stick with it a little longer. Miss. Another guaranteed miss. And here come the ambush spawns. Comes the falcoknight.
No, you too slow.
Nope. Another miss. Try again next turn.
I'll remember that.
Alright, the fire damage is fine. Petra should be able to survive with 1 HP.
Remain cautious.
All I need to do is wait with her, and then rely on the counterattacks. So down here things are going to be kind of a mess. I would like to fix that.
Put me
So,
in there.
Gaspar can't stay in the enemy range here, or he'll get himself killed. However, I can take Felix's Aegis shield from him temporarily. As I might need it.
Ready for anything.
I think my plan here is going to be bait these enemies, one with Ferdinand and one with Byleth. So if I put Ferdinand here, that's the end goal. But it looks like this enemy will actually kill him. 32 times 2 is too much. I need to get that down to 28 times 2. Which I think means I need to shave off 4 damage, 5 damage. And if I use the Aegis shield, that shaves off 6. So I will take that. And then I will fly over here. Oh, I suppose I can handle that with Byleth.
What's my strategy?
Swapping his speed ring around. So, Byleth only has 39 attack speed with current equipment, which means that she will also be doubled here. They have 47 attack speed. Ferdinand's likely to be hit because I had to do the trade here to ensure he'll survive. It's more surefire than using the Alert Stance Plus and hoping that the enemy doesn't hit. So for Byleth, I will put the Blessed Lance away. I don't need it this turn. And I will take out something light. Iron Lance. And that gets us up to 44, which gets us just out of doubling range. And then I can swap around Ferdinand's goodies. That should force him to equip the Aegis Shield. Then with the Iron Lance and the Speed Ring equipped, I should be all set. So, Ferdinand's going to take 26 times 2, which is 52 damage. He'll survive with 2 HP, or 4 HP. And Byleth, the AK 28 might hit, which will probably miss. And then we'll be in good position for the following
Do
turn.
this for all of us.
I'm going to move Murder that closer, so that way I can enclose her on one of these. But that also threatens to leave her exposed to this winged beast. So I probably want to use some units that will be able to do something to that beast down here as well.
More fighting.
Put Dorothea here.
I'll do my best.
I will run away with Marianne.
Thanks for helping.
And then I guess I'll move Felix down here as well. And then follow that with
Let's make this quick.
Scythia down here along with Linhard as well. There's the turn. That missed. Cancel this. And that's gonna miss as well. And if we get the crit, we get the kill.
With all of my might. Not for myself, for everyone.
And that took care of all the falcoknights over there. Right? As long as that doesn't get healed, that helps. Hopefully I hit. Oh. Alright, so that's a good target to enclose.
You're a natural.
The healer just undid that whole exchange. So, now that the particular enemies that I needed the avoidance for are gone, I should be able to step out of the burning bushes with Petra. Looks like there's one more left, actually. He also has assault troops. So I probably should stay out of his range for the time being. But they do have a small hit rate on me if I do that, so I probably want to use Alert Stance. I'm not sure what I'll do with Petra. Not really sure what I'll do over here either. But I'll need to do something relatively clever in order to keep everyone alive. So I don't really care about these Pegasus Knights range because they need to die or be enclosed on, or else I'm going to probably lose right here. So I can do up to 33 damage with Caspar. Dorothea will not survive if I leave her in range. Unless I gambit his winged beast. Caspar might be good for that. Yep, he could do that. Might also be able to do that with Ferdinand. Yep, they both have the same hit rate, so either one works equally well here, it seems. I could also attack with Felix, but I don't think I'll hit. Got a 90% chance. I get that. 90% chance on Grounder. 20 damage. If I can do a little bit of damage with Dorothea here, that should be fine. What for do I need? Agnes? Yep. So I will use the Agnes arrow to do enough damage to hopefully allow Felix to kill with a Grounder here. Otherwise I'll need to use an Axeman. This is all rather risky and messy. I be able to do it with an iron sword. 23 versus 37. Okay, 37 it is. Hopefully this hits. Yeah, sometimes that happens.
Where's my weapon?
Alright, so that didn't work.
I
But
do this for all of us.
I can abuse the RNG here to make it work. So, I'll use an closer with whatever's most accurate. And that freezes that one in place. So, this one, not a concern anymore.
I'll cut through.
Now I can try this somewhat risky maneuver here with Felix again. As long as I hit with this 90% chance, we will get this kill.
You haven't earned my pity.
And that worked out. So, since Felix didn't miss here, Felix is still alive, everything is happy. I could potentially see a unit like here, and then on this side, and then here, and fence this flying demonic beast in. That would put me in this bishop's range, and that would not be good. So, gambiting is probably the way to go. D times 2 is damage that I can take. So I'll do this with Caspar. That should force the enemy into attacking Caspar rather than anyone else. And then we're pretty much in the clear.
Ready for anything.
That's not likely to hit, unfortunately.
What's my strategy?
I hit pretty much anything from here. I do have a short spear. Seems pretty good. And I'll leave Violet where she is. Now if I go with Ferdinand with an attack, our hit rates are slightly higher.
I'll do my best.
If I heal him, they'll be even
Let's
better.
Make this quick.
Could also just do this with Lysithea.
I've got no time for mercy.
And she becomes even stronger. Okay. That's that wave of reinforcements dealt with, which was, I mean, it took an awful lot of resources and almost our entire team to do it, but we got it done.
Back to the fray.
It's probably worth gambiting here as well. I suppose I don't need to, and I do have a stun up, so maybe just an ordinary attack will do. Go for the Silver X for maximum damage. I think I'll leave Ferdinand where he is. I won't use the silence because they don't benefit from it, and I will... That will be risky if I do that with Petra, so I don't really want to. I probably do need to leave her in the forest if I am going to attack these beasts. So, let's go for breaking some iron swords against these beasts until they die. The enemy runs out of physics staves. Gets her lance parts 5. Enemy steal a little bit. Can't hit Petra. I might have to turn animations off just because of how annoying those beast attacks are going to be. Go. Caspar's still alive. That attack was managed. And then he gets healed. Twice. Well, there's definitely a strong incentive to focus fire all of my attacks. So, I don't think I can attack either of these beasts from this bush right now. So just wait with Petra. Not making any forward progress because I can't counter and can't do any damage. Because the chip damage doesn't stick due to the healers. But I should be able to take this one down this turn. If I curved shot with Bernadetta and use, let's say, the silver bow on this tile, that'll break it and do considerable damage. It's also guaranteed. Good level up for her as well. She's approaching level 30. I can reclass her. Then we have half a tile left to break, and I can probably do that with, let's say, Ferdinand with a short axe. That'll armor break him. Missed.
Can't pull back yet.
If I go with Caspar with a short axe, 63%. We get a little bit closer and maybe go for silver axe. Smash, that's 88. What about brave axe? 58. So I think our best chances here are with the silver axe smash. And as long as Caspar has more than 38 HP, he'll survive. So, full with Linhart. Go for that with him.
Put me in there.
There we go. Armor broken. And then I'll put Caspar probably on this side here. So he's a little bit further away than any more enemies if they spawn over here. And then I can attack with Dorothea and Byleth here.
More fighting.
Definitely get the kill with Dorothea. I think I can do much with Felix. There's the Thunder, that breaks 1 HP bar. Probably follow that up with a double with a Silver Lance. That'll break another. Right, so now he's on his last bar. And I might be able to Seraphim. No Seraphim, but I could Hades. Like our crit rate is the same with everything but Hades, so Hades is probably our best bet here. Nice.
More! Good.
Aloysius' stats don't matter, his utility is in being an adjutant at this point. But that takes care of all of those reinforcement enemies, so I am clear to proceed across the bridge. And I definitely want to go for this bridge rather than the other one, I think. Because being down here would sort of separate me from Petra and what she's doing up here. The idea is sort of to bail Petra out of the situation she's currently in. I don't think I have... I could heal Caspar, actually.
Thanks for helping.
So I'll do that.
I'll try.
That'll miss.
No use.
That'll also miss. Alright, so at least we got through that quickly. Yep, and Petra's at 1 HP now. Evasion taking is fair and balanced. So on this side we've got enemy mage with 55 attack. Even Linhart will take some damage from that. Grappler with 36 attack speed. I'll be doubled. That's by left for 48 attack. But that should be survivable. Let's just confirm that. Yep, 21 times 2, perfectly fine. So I can bait with Byleth here and probably counter kill. Suppose I can take up positions on the terrain that infantry can't utilize.
Put me in
Probably
there.
be a little bit more efficient. We'll heal Caspar up to full. We'll save that warp for the Hubert kill. And then... I'll Petra wait. If the enemies decide to move in range such that I can attack them from the bushes, I'll actually be able to do something. But until then, there's a small risk of Petra dying. Gambited. No counterattack there. And here come more enemies. But there are only 3 of them, so it should be manageable. Fire doesn't even hurt Petra anymore. There's a 1% crit chance on me, which I'm not a big fan of. What can we do to the Warlock? Can't double him, even with Ferdinand. That's probably because of the Aegis shield. Still no, so I might need a speed ring. 28 attack speed versus 30. Nope, won't be able to double, no matter what I do. I can actually leave this one alone and close him with Bernadetta, I think. Although Byleth is trapped here. Well, why don't we untrap her? And I can silence his mage. Pretty much renders him completely useless. So then I can walk Caspar over here and attack with him. Don't need to use the Brave Axe, so I'll go for the Silver Axe. And then I'll put Caspar here to provide a hit bonus on this Grappler. Might be able to hit with Miasma on him, 97%. It's pretty good. One more spur bonus will probably get it up to 100. So, let's say I put Felix here. The Iron Sword, he won't be doubled. I think if we do just that little bit of chip damage, we should be in good shape. So I guess I can take this risk with Lysithea and then attack with Felix to avoid taking the counter damage. That takes care of that. And I can have Ferdinand use the Iron Axe here. That'll guarantee us a kill. Be somewhat inefficient. If I could use, like, say Dorothea instead.
Maybe it's better this way.
Not great. But then I can use Ferdinand on this guy. Should be able to do a big chunk of damage, so I need 26 more. I think between Bernadetta and Violet we can get that. 100% hit rate with the Silver Bow Plus, so I'll go with the Silver Bow. Just because I'm saving the plus for flyers that I might need the bonus damage for. And I think if I go with, let's say, a short spear, shape, and then I can finish this with Ferdinand. Probably. Anyway. Alright, that worked out.
One step closer to victory.
And then I'll wait with Patrick and miss. Yep. But I can attack him next turn, so I get something out of it at least. And there are the healers. Once I take them out, I won't have that much to worry about. I'm going to make sure I don't step in the Death Knight's range. Stepping in these ranges are quite okay. So he actually can't attack me because he doesn't have an offensive tome equipped. Seems like a waste of a Brave Axe to do something like that. And that's a little bit too much aggro. 1, 2. And there I will draw this guy, unless I silence him, which could be arranged. Pretty reasonable odds of getting a kill here. I'll try it. Good. Looks like I won't need to use Ferdinand to back that up. That'll do significant chip. It'll also provide a support bonus. Then we can bring Caspar in, and I think we can get the kill. Good smash for accuracy, but I can also afford to risk it because I have backup. Yes, Miracle. But I can get the kill with Dorothea. Only needed 1 damage. And then I think if I bring Minhard over here, move Felix, should be in pretty good shape. Violet's at full HP. Violet shouldn't be able to be killed here. 26 crit, I think I can avoid that entirely. So I'll move Felix up. Marianne over here. It looks like I'm out of silence range, but that's okay.
I owe you.
Violet's not in any danger. And in fact, I can make this go even better by giving her a short spear so she'll be able to counterattack, I think. And we might have a 3-range tome. Death, but it doesn't look like he'll be smart enough to use it. Patrick can go for an attack this turn, so I will. And since I've killed most of the healers, I'll either draw a new one, or that damage
I
will
must
stick.
continue my training.
Speed and HP and resistance for Ingrid. Not dreadful. That was a little risky.
No use.
Fire, missed. Now I might be able to actually get through this HP bar here. Can't do it with iron, but with silver I can. Missed. It's alright, the damage is finally sticking, so that's a step up from where we were. I think Ferdinand can double with the Iron Axe. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Got 27 attack speed versus 31. So, I could do this with Byleth. Somewhat risky though. So let's start with attacks from outside of his range. Probably kill him with Luna. And that leaves us with all of our attackers still able to do other things. So, these enemy birds are not that threatening actually. I can silence this warlock, which will make taking him out trivial. So if I silence the warlock, and then I just move into one of these birds' range, but not the other, I can actually start helping Petra out here. Probably go with the short axe, just so that way I can counterattack if the enemy bird decides to attack, though it looks like the one that's close to me will go for a staggering blow. That's where the damage there at least. And then I should be able to finish this with Ferdinand. There goes a warlock.
Well done.
That heals Byleth back up to full. We will continue the advance. There's not much point in healing Petra while she's on fire, but as soon as we put her out, that should be fine. Petra's on fire again.
No use.
0 damage fire, because fire doesn't hurt Petra. If I get her HP up to 29, I can actually make that attack safely. I think I'm going to want to do hit and runs on this one here. And if I go, let's say here, and fish into the convoy, I can put the Killer Lance away. They can't crit here, and pull out the Blessed Lance. And that'll break this barrier. And pull away. I'll go for Cast Fire, but I won't be able to get the kill. Probably best to take advantage of this stun using Caspar, since he'll be a liability otherwise. We'll try to get the kill. Nice. Killed an HP bar there. And then Ferdinand might be able to get this other one. A little bit risky. I like that. Being able to one-shot it 89% of the time. him on his last bar. There's Desperation and Darting Blow. Looks like he's just out of Lysithia's range this turn.
Thank you.
With Petra
I will
at
prevail.
that level of HP, I can probably gamble a little bit with her. She can take one hit. I don't think I can get her around to the other side. But I can have her take out an HP bar on this one. The odds of being hit twice in a row with a 3% chance are minuscule, at best. So there goes a bar for him. Keep Felix kind of close at hand, but Bernadette and Dorothea will probably be somewhat more useful. We'll heal
Appreciate
Petra all the way up to full with Dorothea. We're good. That's fine. We're still alive. That'll probably miss. And Petra is not on fire anymore. Alright, so this turn we should be able to take out this HP bar here. Yep. Start with a Blessed Lance, and there we go. Not only did we start with it, we ended with it.
That was fun to watch.
And I can move up into this beast's range just fine.
Can't pull back yet.
Yeah, the hit rate here is not great. So, let's say we do things to make this a little bit easier on ourselves. If we hit with Monster Bane... Nope, missed. But if I did hit with it, it would have broken a barrier. Would have allowed Caspar to attack without being attacked. I'm gonna go around this way. It's gonna take a little while. It's probably not worth using a Stride Gambit here. I might need that for something actually important, rather than just efficiency later.
Thanks for helping.
What turn is this? 15, so I don't think we're going to get any more reinforcement
in.
waves, unless they trigger based on an event, and not a turn count. But I think we're good for the time being. I don't think I can attack safely with Ferdinand here. But I can stand ready to. What's this enemy's attack speed? 39. I don't think I can get there, even with the +6. +8 would get me a 32. Yeah, so Ferdinand will be doubled no matter what I do. I can put him over here and make him wait so that the enemy's less likely to hit. 38% chance. And also might lure him into Lysithia's range. Double miss. I like that. Alright, time to break a barrier. Probably should do this with Byleth, seeing as Byleth will not double, whereas Petra will. And he missed. So I don't need to heal Byleth here. And then I can go completely ham with Petra. That's a little bit overkill, so since he's stunned, I might as well go with Caspar. Alright, that's the first bar down. Here, I think I can get another bar down with Ferdinand. 90. 90's quite a lot. So, that'll be full utilization for Petra. Say, Silver Sword. That'll do it.
An encouraging display.
There we go. Finally got rid of that. And, I guess I don't need my units going over this way any longer. Though I could bait the Death Knight over here with Petra. And then it looks like he's got beasts that will probably get drawn to him as well. Go here. Pretty well equipped to handle them. Might want to deal with this enemy horse first. So let's get ready to fight the Death Knight. Basically that means get Lysithea into range. Probably want to stay out of these beasts' range for the time being. So I don't want to do that. At least we'll be on parity. Then with the Iron Axe Plus, what can I get my attack speed up to? 33, 32. So I think I'll be one short of doubling him even with the speed ring, which is a little bit unfortunate. I think between Caspar and Ferdinand we might be able to get this done. It's like we're going to be in range of something. This guy. So I suppose I'd best wait until I have a little bit more backup top before going for this. Then I can move Petra down here and bait the Death Knight. Oh, this is relatively risky. $151 avoid, 144 hit. Could hit her with an assault troop and leave her at 4 HP. But as long as she lives, everything will be fine. And I think he's the only enemy that can actually reach her. So, that seems fine to me.
No use.
Missed. Alright, so we have horses to take out this turn, starting with this paladin, and then moving on to the big scary horse. So I could do that with Caspar. How's my hit rate with Byleth look? Great. So I'll start with this. Stay out of enemy here, but I think I'll leave her here for support bonuses. Follow this with Caspar. And I'll leave Caspar here, and I will finish with Ferdinand. Guaranteed kill.
I'll take all the strength I can get.
I mean, it's not a bad level up, but for Maddening mode, missing speed is not great. As long as he doesn't get doubled by paladins, I suppose Ferdinando's still an alright unit. Now, let's see what we can do to this Death Knight. Alright, so no matter what I do, I can't guarantee that I feed this kill to Lysithea, so I guess I'll just go for it with the rapier. He can't hurt me.
To kill, to die, to know one without the other would be maddening.
That's what this is. This is Maddening mode. Is that what the name of the mode is from? That quote from the Death Knight?
Fuels my body and mind.
No speed. Should he get strength and a dark seal?
Good. Only Hubert remains.
We are taking heavy losses. We need more troops.
Uh-oh, not more troops. Yeah, if he's going to call in more troops, that'll be a problem. Especially if they're ambush spawns. I think I can do much here without first baiting things with Petra, because Lysithea and Bernadette are both sort of squishy units. Let's say that I'm looking at tiles outside of this Warlock's range. Oh, in order to get close, looks like I'll have to warp or stride. And with 127 hit, they will have a small chance of hitting by left. So, I suppose what I'll do here is attempt to lure the enemies to Petra and then take them out. Definitely want to get a bunch of my other units in range here to actually do something about this once it all comes crashing down. Bernadetta. That way I can put my left right at the edge of the range here. Bernadette close as well. Alright.
No use.
Sniper missed. That's gonna miss. That'll miss. So will the other beast. We know what's going on. This is Petra we're talking about. Nothing's going to hit her. Now, if I use Marianne's Stride, I only have one stride left, right? So it might actually be better to use a warp instead here, because I have two of those left. And then if I need a warp stride, I can potentially do that. And if I do this, I can get back all the way over here. Exit speed. It's not the worst. So I think if I go with the Silver Lance, yep, that'll kill, as long as I don't get crit. And then I should be able to run out of most of these enemies' ranges, or use gambits to control the beasts. More speed and strength for
There's
Byleth,
still room for improvement.
along with a bunch of other stats.
I must pull through.
If I put her here, that's probably about as well as I can hope to do. And I can take out this one with probably an iron. Nope, iron won't do it. Killing might, silver will. Go with silver. Go, don't have to worry about effective damage from the archer anymore. Just have to gambit these two beasts. So, I do have 2 assemblies with Ferdinand and 1 assembly with Caspar to use here. Pretty likely to hit. Alright, so that draws this one. That should be fine. Draws this one. It's a little bit risky. I could have set up some gambit support chains there in order to make it a little bit more likely for that to work out. Now if I use a Silver Bow Plus with Bernadetta, looks like I'll be able to take out an entire HP bar from safety.
I think I got it.
That was a little bit wasteful of the stun there. That's quite alright. Should be able to survive a single attack from this beast. So if I go for the Silver Sword, that won't do it. Killing Edge might do it. And I don't think I know Monster Bane with Felix. Though Grounder is super effective, because this is a flying beast. So I'll go for Grounder. There goes another HP bar.
Guess I need to train harder.
He missed speed. It's not good. Then I can potentially attack with Dorothea from range here. He has crit chance. That's alright. I'll probably leave Marianne out of range because even though the enemies probably shouldn't hit her, that is a little bit risky. Sometimes the enemy AI does like to lie.
If only progress didn't require so much work.
I'm sort of banking on it not lying here. I don't think it typically chooses targets other than the gambit targets, but it looks like it did here. Felix. But this one will go for Caspar still. So it's probably a good thing I didn't leave Marianne in range. And we got Felix's free heal. So I need to go through 2 bars here and 2 bars here. I do like Scythia available. Bernadetta, so I think if I go
What's my strategy?
in the middle here, pull out the Blessed Lance. Looks like I can't get the kill either way. But if I go on this side, I will break this barrier. Which will allow us to get a stun hit in with Caspar. That should take out an entire HP bar.
The
Pretty good
results
pull up
speak
for
for
Caspar.
themselves.
Get more levels like that and he may actually become relevant again. And I think I'll go for this with Petra. She's got an 82% crit chance. Let's try that. Yeah, I thought that would work. Alright,
For now, I'll revel in my achievement.
Ingrid needs some strength,
Next
but
one's
that's not
on
a bad
me.
level up at all for her. In order to break a barrier here, I can use Bernadetta. Or the Silver Bow. From there, I should be able to hit with Lysithia with a Seraphim. A little bit overkill. So maybe I'll go with Felix instead. Then Lysithia with the Seraphim. think I'm going to go for the kill, so I'll move in closer. Too close. Want to be at least 3 range away. Got the crit.
One
And there he
step
goes.
closer to victory.
And then I can heal with Dorothea.
Sorry.
Deal with Linhardt as well. Gaspar needs healing. So I'll heal him with Marianne.
We're ready.
And the advance can continue. Now Ferdinand has reasonable odds of actually avoiding being hit. But it's probably better to not bait with him. I suppose if he's going to be doubled and I equip the Aegis Shield and I give him Short Axe, that'll be just fine. Yep, he missed. I missed though. But that's fine. It didn't take any damage at least. And we got a battalion level up out of that. And now we can advance all the rest of our units over here and proceed with the standard practice of beating up the enemies. I think if I go here, I might be able to get a kill with a short spear. Seems safe. And that frees up attacking from the beast's side. So if we go for Rounder, I'll be able to break this barrier. So that's a little bit unsafe if I don't have cover. I could also go for an attack from 3 range with Bernadetta. Actually do it from even further with a curved shot. Alright, so there's a stun. Now I can do the grounder. There's another stun. I can do yet another grounder. Yeah, with the silver sword, will I actually be able to punch through? Yep. Here goes his first bar. And another stun. And all I have to do is hit this last one with a Seraphim. And we're going to armor break him. And we should be able to take him out pretty easily. Yep. Now we're on his last bar. And between Dorothea and Ferdinand, we might have this. Pretty good odds. Not quite enough. Petra and Ryleth need healing, but not desperately.
Thank you.
Get the kill with Linhardt. It's very rare that he's able to do that, so might as well. That frees us up to do something else on this turn. Now, this is the, like, opera company stage, so I'm gonna put Dorothea up here. Just for the lulz, I think. I'll actually, use drawback to get her there this turn. Now that looks like it's safe from bolting and meteor range. But is it really? Only one way to find out. Iron Lance is guaranteed to hit. Even if he crits, he won't kill. Now it looks like this Swordmaster and this Warrior sort of cut down on our ability to close with Hubert a little bit, so it would be pretty nice to bait them out and deal with them. And Petra should be able to do that just fine. 121 avoid, that'll be up to 151. And we get a Wodow if we kill the Swordmaster, so that's well worth doing. And I think since we're done watching all the beast attacks, we can actually turn animations back on, because they won't take forever. I don't know why, like, beast attack animations often have a two-part animation, and they decided to make their staggering blows take so long to animate. They're like a 15-second animation clip every time they do it. They do it every other turn, and you can't counter. It really drags the time out. This video would be like 3 hours long if I had to sit through them all. I could hit, but it probably won't. There's the Wodow. 29 crit, but 0 hits, so no crit for him. I didn't kill on the counter there. Mage also goes with them. I have to hit and run the mage. Should be able to get out of range of the long-range tome here. Is it safe?
Another victory.
Right, that takes care of that. Now I think I can hit with Thoron here. Thoron doesn't double the Armor Knight. Oh, Dorothea, why is your speed so bad? Oh well. I suppose I could use drawback in order to get her into position. I'd have to move Marianne first, so let's try to take some damage here, I guess. Now Lysithea might be able to one-shot the warrior. Well, she can one-shot the Swordmaster, so I'll go for that.
It's done.
And there's a Wodow. And I suppose I can just go for the killing edge here. He can't touch us.
You are in my way. I fight for justice's name.
You're relentless.
And Petra grows even stronger. Can I do any damage here? No. Alright, so Bernadetta won't be able to do any good. But we can definitely use Thoron and give the kill to someone else. Now that we've dealt with the other threats. Might even be able to give this to Caspar. Is this Caspar doubling an Armor Knight? Oh, it's a beautiful thing to see again. Yeah, Caspar needed some speed growths. Luckily he got them on this chapter. Now I think it's only Linhardt that doesn't double the Fortress Knights.
I owe you one.
Heal our units up.
Thanks for helping.
And prepare for the upcoming assault. So, basic plan is teleport to Hubert, kill Hubert in one turn. Should probably make sure I have enough damage to get the kill here. Now, Violet has 60 attack and 42 attack speed, which will definitely double. But is 60 going to be enough to kill? He's got 24 protection, which means we're looking at 36 times 2. And that sounds like it should be enough to kill him. He's got 75 attack. I think we can survive one hit for that. 51 plus 27 puts her at 78 bulk. I don't even need the warp. I can use Marianne's Stride here instead.
Thank you. Apologies.
Our hit rate is not 100%, but we can always follow it up with something like a meteor if we need to. He also has crit on us, which isn't ideal either. But we can definitely at least have the potential to kill him. And if need be, I could warp Petra in there to finish him off. So, now the time has come to have a field day with the remaining enemies until the time comes to kill the boss. I don't think we're going to be getting any kills, so I'll just use the Iron Bow here. Spawn next to Hubert when you get in his range. But they don't get to attack on player phase, so that's not really a problem.
Put me in there.
Don't expect this will be safe, but it looks like he will survive, so I could do this. And then I can move Felix here and might be able to get this kill. Going to need slightly more might, so what if we do like a Wrath Strike with the Iron Sword? A little bit short. So Silver Sword, Wrath Strike it is.
It was meant to be.
Say we use Ferdinand here. He also avoids being doubled, but he can't take the hit. So, warping Petra, probably the best backup I'm going to get. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks good. Just enough range. So that looks even better, although the hit rate is even worse. I'll try it. I don't think I can do... maybe I can get a kill with Ferdinand here. And if I kill like one of these, I could potentially move him next to Hubert. Yeah, let's try this.
No time for pity.
Alright, that'll boost our hit rate. So we can get this kill with Lysithea as well. So I guess there's a little bit more we can do before I have to end it.
No time to slow down.
Eloise gets level up. We don't really care what the stats are. Physic with Dorothea. And then we can go for this kill. And if we fail, we can try again with Petra.
I should have disposed of you a long time ago. I will rectify that failure here. We must place our faith in Her Majesty. Her victory is everything.
Goodbye, Hubert. So we got fairly lucky and we actually managed to take him out on the first try there.
We've broken through the city. Keep moving. Our next destination is the palace.
And there we go, N-bar infiltration. So the hardest thing about that chapter is definitely dealing with all of the flying reinforcements, especially the falcoknights. But if you know when and where they are coming, and you have preparations in place to be able to tank them. I didn't use a Blessing or an Impregnable Wall here, but you could potentially even use those in order to survive it, and then just use a team attack to take them all down. Then this is pretty manageable. The enemy stats here are quite high, and if you have a really good avoid tank like Petra, having her be isolated and just baiting the enemy is kind of tedious and boring, but it's definitely a safe way to manage the risk of one side of the map while you're doing stuff on the other side with everyone else. Thanks for watching. That was Chapter 18. Next up is Chapter 19. Until then.